Welcome. Today we're going to look at RECORE on the Xbox Series S. It is one of those games that got a frame rate boost. It did not get the auto HDR, but the game looks much better by the sheer fact that it's running on stronger hardware. So let's get into it. The first thing we're going to notice are the load times. And while this isn't optimized for the Xbox Series consoles, again, by running on the SSD and not the old hard drive, the load times are much faster. So let's get into it. We're going to start right up, and already it looks much better to me running on the Xbox Series S. It is a lower resolution, upscaled, I believe, to 1440p. So let's wait for the save to load in. It's right at the beginning of the game. And by my count, it is 18 seconds. That's incredibly fast for a game that isn't optimized for the Xbox Series consoles. And again, it's that ultra-fast SSD in the Xbox Series consoles that make it all possible. So once we load in here, which should be right around now. Yeah, okay, the first thing I'm noticing is that the graphics look much better. The detail in the game just pops. I don't know if it's the upscaling or just by the sheer fact that it's running on stronger hardware. Everything just looks a lot crisper. And again, it's those post-processing effects and really great display technology on current televisions. But again, the Series S is really pushing this game well. And the frame rate is absolutely buttery smooth right here. Just take a look at how smooth this is on the Series S. Yeah, absolutely smooth. And again, this is one of those games that got the boost to 60 frames per second. And the perception of playing this game is just, it's got to be close to 60 or locked at 60. I mean, it is just incredibly smooth again. But I'm noticing detail now in this game that I didn't notice before. And it's interesting that it isn't optimized graphically for the Series S. And I could imagine how great this game would look with auto HDR. But again, yeah, let's go through this a little bit here. You'll notice all the textures just look a lot sharper to me. And yeah, I mean, it just feels really good. This is a good game. It didn't do very well, but the platforming in this game and the world and the way that the character controls, I really enjoyed it. I know it didn't do very well. A lot of people didn't, but now with this upgrade, there's no reason not to go back and play this, and it is available on Game Pass. So again, there's really no reason not to check this out, especially if you are subscribed. Wow, look at the vista there. And it is interesting. I mean, nothing is optimized graphically, but it just looks that much better. And I'm not sure if it's the upscaling technique being used or if it's just, again, the sheer fact that it's running on that RDNA 2 architecture with the better CPU and the better GPU. But one thing I'll notice, oh, wow, instantaneously, this just feels so smooth shooting at that 60 frames per second. I forgot how good looking this game was, to be honest with you. This is going to be one that you're going to want to go back and try out here. Let's keep playing and check it out. Again, I mean, I'm noticing there's no screen tearing at all. I think the original release had a bit of a problem, not a big one, but a bit of a problem with screen tearing on the Xbox One. And it's so interesting. At the time, you know, nobody wanted to play this game because of the resolution thing, and 1080p was better than 900p. And now we're not even worried about resolution. We're just looking at frame rate and all these new graphical techniques that push the image quality. Wow, this is just so smooth here.
Looks like the scavenger bots have picked them clean.
Everything just looks amazing, doesn't it? I can't get over how good this game looks. You've got to check this out on your Xbox Series consoles. Now, what's interesting is that I know that everything is going to look better on the Series X, but I find it interesting looking at the Series S and seeing how far they can push it, you know, to get to, the higher end 60, 120 frames per second, or even the 1440p 60. I'm really interested in checking out the Resident Evil when it comes out. I'm going to do a video on that like I'm doing here, checking out all these extra things added to these old games. Skyrim is next. You have to see that with the frame rate boost, and that's one of the games that got HDR as well. But so far, this game is buttery smooth at 60 frames per second. And I promise you, if you put this game on your Xbox Series console, the graphics do look much better. And I can't believe it that it's not even optimized to take advantage graphically of those consoles. Again, the platforming here is so smooth. So fast. We're going to jump ahead in a little bit and check out some combat and see how smooth that is. I just wanted to give you a taste of what the world looks like early on, and it's just really impressive. A lot of the graphical features like the lighting and the particle effects, everything stands out a lot more, and I don't remember any of this when I played the original game. And the one thing I definitely don't remember is the fact that it is running at 60 frames per second. It is so smooth. The platforming in this game was already really good, but now it's just so precise. I mean, look at the ease here of just jumping and dashing, and really, really good job here with this game. Well, let's check out the lock on and the shooting. It's really, really,
Looks like this door is missing its power cell box.
yeah, it's just so smooth. You've got to check this game out. Again, the lighting on the your sidekick there is just so much more pronounced. And let's see what it looks like going from outside to inside. Let's clean up these guys here, and let's get the little lock mechanism here to open the door for us. It's a shame this game didn't do well. I mean, or even early on playing it again, there's so many good ideas here with this game. And I really enjoyed the character, right? I mean, Jewel was a great character, and this world was very interesting. But again, you know, maybe the upgrades here for this game will get more people engaged. Let's jump forward to some combat. All right, here we are inside, and immediately the lighting is so much better. Wow, look at this. Look at the way the blues and the crystals shine. Wow, this is just so good. What I should do is lock onto that middle guy there to blow them all up. But I didn't. I went through each one individually just to check out how smooth and how quick the snap targeting was and how fluid the gunplay was. And it's just really good again. I mean, there's no denying that this game just plays the best on the Xbox Series consoles. This is how it should have been from day one. And we're going to jump and dash here to get through. Oh, it's just really smooth. This is one I'm going to play through again. I'm definitely going to continue playing this game. I did not finish it. I got to the part where you had to collect all of those crystals at the end, and it was just so tedious. But I heard that they did fix that in a patch. So this is the definitive version of this game. And wow, it is just absolutely, absolutely beautiful going from inside to outside. I know I said we jump to some combat, so let's rescue our little dog here, and then we'll get into some combat. Again, the lighting is so much more pronounced on the Xbox Series S. And I'm sure it looks just as good, if not better, on the X, but that's the thing, right? I mean, this is a game that no one really tried, but now it's just the best version of itself. And I have to tell you, again, you've got to try this on the Series S or the X, whatever you have. So let's check out this combat. Let's do some charge shots, some dashing, really quick, no slowdown whatsoever. Look at that. Absolutely buttery smooth, no screen tearing. Oh, we got to let that rope get a little cool. Yank that out. Here we go. Oh, it just looks amazing. Look at that. Look at the light bloom right there. There's things I didn't remember playing this game that I'm noticing now, and they were always there, but the series consoles just make it much more pronounced and run much better. And again, you know, it's hard to convey how great it feels to play it at 60 frames per second. You really have to try it for yourself. But trust me, it feels like a completely different game. All right, let's try these guys here. We got a couple more enemies on screen. Let's see how fast we can go. How cool would it be if the game actually let you play in first person like that, right? That was a cool little cutscene there. And again, the cutscenes are incredibly smooth and look incredible. The detail is much more pronounced. All right, let's wipe these guys out. Charge shot. We'll send in the dog for the headbutt. There were a lot of cool gameplay ideas with this game. You know what I mean? The different side companions you got and the different abilities they give you and the way that you can go to different areas with different side characters. Sort of like a Metroidvania style game. Now let's check out this cutscene here. Let's look at the lighting. Look at that. I mean, it just looks so much better. Oh, it looks really, really good. And it's really smooth. All right, let's dash, jump. Let's put everything together here and try and stress it as much as we can, right? Let's see if we can get any slowdown or anything like that. I doubt it. There's not a lot going on screen here. I get that. But I mean, trust me when I tell you, going from the outside environment to the inside environment, and if you play this game, the environments get bigger and a lot more breathtaking. And again, being upscaled is one thing, but graphically looking better just for the sheer fact that we're running on the Xbox Series S or X. But the frame rate of this game, it is so smooth now. You have got to check this out. So I would say this is a big win for this game on the Xbox Series S. And by default, of course, the Xbox Series X, because it's a much more powerful system. But this is just the definitive way to play RECORE. And if it's a game you haven't played yet, there's no excuse not to try it out. It's in Game Pass if you're a subscriber of Game Pass. Even if you're not a subscriber of Game Pass and you like this style of game, it is just a gem right now, running at 60 frames per second, upscaled, graphically looking much better. So yeah, this is a big win for me for RECORE on the Xbox Series S. Let me know what you think about this. If you like this kind of a video, I'll do more. I'd appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe and maybe share this video out on your favorite social media platform of choice to help grow the channel. And again, you've got to check this one out. This is one of the games that got the 60 frames per second boost, the frame rate boost that did not get auto HDR, but it looks much better even without the HDR. And more importantly, it plays incredibly well with that 60 frames per second. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.